In this video, we're going to go over how to start dropshipping on Amazon with no money and the 3 separate ways to do this. There are actually 3 different separate ways that you can use to start dropshipping on Amazon even if you don't have any money. And at the end of this video, as long as you watch this video till the end, we are going to cover what those 3 things are and how you can use each of these 3 things. Actually, you only need to use one, but you're going to get 3, so you have multiple options. So if you're interested in dropshipping but you don't have any money, you can use one or multiple of these 3 ways to start successfully dropshipping. Now, before we talk about this, I always like to show if we go to my phone and we go to the Amazon app, you know, it's important to listen to people that are doing what they're teaching. There's a lot of people out there on YouTube that are making videos, but they're not actively doing this. I dropship on Amazon full time. We'll refresh my store. You guys can see I've done $6,994 in sales today. Sold over 100 items, and I've done. I don't know if it was gonna focus correctly, but it's $189,000 in sales in the last 30 days, and I make over $100,000 a year in profit dropshipping on Amazon. Let's see if we get a load. Maybe we can. Maybe we can't. But because of that, I'm qualified to teach this. I do this full time. I've been doing this successfully now for a decent period of time, so I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to this topic. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. How to start dropshipping on Amazon without money. Now, why is this important? Why do we kind of need money? We don't need money. You actually don't need any money to start dropshipping on Amazon. But why do a lot of people think you need money? Because what happens is you sell an item on Amazon. That item gets sold. Once that item sells, Amazon says, hey, congratulations, you made a sale. And we could say, well, thanks, Amazon. I would like to take out the money from my Amazon store so I could use that money to buy the product that I'm dropshipping. And Amazon's basically, they're not actually going to say this, but this is kind of how they're going to say, no. You have to wait about 2 to 3 weeks for us to give you the money. So even though you made the sale, you successfully sold that item that you just sold, we're not going to give you the money. We're not going to deposit that money into your account for 2 to 3 weeks. So what do you do? The issue that people that are dropshipping on Amazon run into is how do you successfully... You got to have a way to be able to get these products and ship them to the customer. It's not like you can just say, all right, I'm just going to wait 2.5 weeks for Amazon to pay me. Then I'll take that money and use it to buy the item. No. This is Amazon. Customers are used to getting their items, fast. If you say, hey, listen, I'm not going to ship you your item for about a month because I'm going to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get paid, and then I'm going to buy the item, and it might take a week for it to get to you. They're not going to like that at all, and you're probably not going to get any sales because other sellers will be able to buy the items and ship them to your customers quicker. So you basically need to have ways to fund to be able to pay for the items that you sell that you're drop shipping before Amazon pays you. So what are the 3 ways? The first way is with a credit card. With a credit card. If you have decent credit, you can go out there, you can get a credit card, right? People getting credit cards sometimes with $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 limits, and they get all the items that they sell for drop shipping purposes. They can put all those sales on their card. Usually you don't have to pay your credit card for about 30 days till after you buy the item, right? Usually they actually don't send you a statement for about 30 days. So you buy the item today, usually, and this is just, right, I'm just kind of paraphrasing here, but if you purchase an item on your credit card today, generally in about a month-ish, and it could give or take depending on some, different situations, but generally in about a month, then the credit card company is going to say, all right, you bought this item on our credit card about a month ago. We'd like payment now. Well, in that month period, what's going to happen is Amazon is going to send you the money that you got from selling the item. You usually get paid in 2 to 3 weeks. And then once you get the money that Amazon pays you, you can then use that money to pay off your credit card. So we got this big credit card, we'll pretend my hand's a credit card, and we're putting all the orders on it, and we're getting hundreds, and then maybe we get $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 balance on our credit card. But then we get a nice payment from Amazon, and we use that payment to pay down the credit card. And because we're selling items and we're making a profit, maybe you pay down, maybe you spend $6,000, you pay down the $6,000, and then you have a profit of $400, $500, $600 left over. So the first way is to get a credit card, and you can actually get this one or two ways. The first way is if you have good credit, you can go out there and get a credit card, and then you can use that credit card to fund all the items you drop ship until Amazon pays you. Even if you don't have good credit though, if you do a little bit of, if you know some people that have good credit, maybe a family member or a close friend, you could ask them to co-sign for you, where basically they'll go on the credit card application. So pretend you don't have any credit, but you know someone, you got a friend or a relative or significant other, they have good credit. You can say, hey, come on the credit card with me. Come on the credit card with me. And when the credit card company, and I'm simplifying it, and I'm sure there's different, but it's kind of the real basic how it works, is you might not have a lot of credit, but the credit card company will look at the person you brought on they'll look at their credit, and they'll base the limit they're going to give you based off the credit of the person you're bringing on that has really good credit. So even if you don't have good credit, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't get a credit card. You might just have to find someone that has good credit and ask them to come on the, basically the application with you. The second thing is to get a loan. You can get a loan. You can get a personal loan, or you could get a business loan, and you could use that personal loan or business loan to fund the products up front. So, if you get a business loan from the bank, you could go to the bank. You could, there's other places you can get loans from, but let's say you just go to your bank and you say, hey, I'm looking to take out a loan, and they run everything. They say, hey, you're approved for a $10,000 loan. They give you $10,000. Well, now you have $10,000, and you can use that $10,000 to fund all the products that you're selling. Basically, what we're doing here, as I'm sure you're starting to see, is we still need to be able to purchase the products. As soon as the customer buys the item from us on Amazon, we want to purchase the product from our supplier, from Walmart, let's say, if we're drop shipping it from Walmart. We want to purchase it from Walmart as quickly as possible, ideally within 24 hours, and ship it to the customer. So we're coming up with, if we don't actually have the cash, if we don't have any money, we're coming up with ways, either with a credit card to be able to buy the item on Walmart, or with a loan, then you have money, you can buy it. Or the third way is to borrow it. To borrow it. You'll see people in different businesses, and they talk about this. This doesn't, to me, this sounded kind of crazy, but it's actually not as crazy as you may think. You'll hear people of different businesses where they go to their mom and their dad, their relative, family members, friends, and that have money, and they say, hey, I'm thinking about starting this business. They basically sell them on the idea, and they say, would you let me borrow some money? Would you let me borrow $10,000 or $20,000 for the business? I believe Jeff Bezos did this, to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe Jeff Bezos did this with, I want to say his parents. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I should research it before I made this video, but I think what happened is he said, I'm gonna make something for the internet. And I think his parents didn't even know what the internet was, but they said, you know what, we trust you, son, we're gonna give you some money. So the third thing is I'm not 100% sure again if that story's true or not, but I know the third way is true, and that is to borrow it, to ask around to see if you could, have someone that would give you money, and then again, you can now use that money to fund the business. So the three ways to start drop shipping on Amazon with no money: get a credit card, either with your credit or with the help of someone else's credit, but it's your credit card. Second thing is to get a loan. And the third thing is to borrow it. Either of those three ways will give you, credit card isn't really money, but it'll give you resources that you can use to then purchase the items from the place you're drop shipping from. So you can purchase the items, drop ship it to the customer. The customer's happy, you're happy, Amazon's happy, and it's a win-win all over.